where they live.
Around where they live, most.
This is Trump.
Yes.
I don't think Trump can name the states that he's serving as a president.
No.
He probably knows New York.
He knows the big ones and the ones that are important for him electorally, like Pennsylvania.
Okay. He knows Pennsylvania because of the votes.
Florida.
Florida he knows because he has a golf course.
Yes. California he knows because he hates.
He hates He probably knows Vegas too because he had a casino there once or whatever.
If he has personal interests there, like New Jersey.
New York he knows.
Of course.
New Jersey he has to know because it's attached to New York.
Yeah.
I think he would know Boston too.
Yeah, he knows, this is Massachusetts and Ohio. He'll know these. But you talk...
Do you think he would know Kentucky?
Yes, he does.
He got a lot of votes there.
Kentucky is the reddest or most Republican state in...
That's why he would know Kentucky. Plus, he probably goes to the Kentucky Derby or whatever.
Yes. Well, this year he was actually said that Kentucky Derby was a farce because the horse was disqualified, and he said that was garbage. But, yeah, he knows. He knows.
So he could name a few in the states.
Yes.
But he probably doesn't know what South or North Dakota is, right?
No. He wouldn't know. Between that and Montana.
Okay. Then put the world map in front of Donald Trump. Do you think he knows where Turkey is, for example?
No, not unlabeled, I wouldn't say.
He goes to these places, like he goes to Japan, he goes to Europe. And, it took him a long time after he got elected to go out of the States.
Right. He hates traveling.
He hates travel. He doesn't like other countries.
No, he doesn't like leaving his comfort zone. He likes to be in his, residence, watching TV.
He probably doesn't like leaving New York either.
No, well, he's been in D.C. now. He doesn't go to New York because it causes such a problem with traffic, and then the people there hate him. But
even more?
More. It's one of the most.
Although I should say that Trump is a very considerate person as a president, and Americans owe him a lot because he's an inspiration. What do you say?
For what exactly?
Okay, let me give you this point. I think he's an inspiration because I think all the Americans now think that if Donald Trump has become the president, my son or my daughter can also become a president of the United States one day. As a matter of fact, he encouraged The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, to become the president. I mean, think of it this way. If Dwayne Johnson's dreams become reality, we're going to have a new president called Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, an ex-wrestler, and also, what do you call the bodybuild up, the thing? He'll probably be the first president ever with all those injections in him.
Yeah, that could be, but I would also then take my position of that maybe isn't the best for America.
You don't think steroid president would be the best?
Possibly not. They get a little bit angry,
But he gets like millions and millions and millions of moviegoers. They go and watch The Rock, and they like him, they admire him. Wouldn't he be like an idol of the world, like this universe?
Yeah, it may be, but
all because of Trump.
Yes, he does inspire many below-average people to try to achieve things that are beyond their grasp.
Yes, Donald Trump was also in that WWE or whatever, the wrestling thing. Mm-hmm. He's a big fan, and so was The Rock, a wrestler.
Vince McMahon's wife was in his administration, Vince McMahon is the owner of the WWE.
Yeah, so he's a wrestler. He is doing, actually, what the wrestlers do in the ring and for the world.
Exactly. This is a good way to look at it if you know that world. He is definitely just a showboat. And when he's being a villain, for him sometimes, it's more about getting the crowd worked up than it is about actually executing the bad things he's talking about.
Do you think that, for example, as a like a pro-Trumper, like a trumpeter, I think Donald Trump has done a big favor to the world and also especially to the American people. Do you agree? As a anti-Trumpetee.
That what? That he...
Are we on? I don't know. We'll see. No, I don't think we're on.
No, it's set.
I don't know what time. Are we on? Are we on? Are we on? I'm going to look here, and we're going to see if we're still on, because I think we're not on. It'll be sad if...
No, it is.
28 hours... I don't know what time... Are we on? Are we on? Are we on? I'm going to look here. Oh, we are on. We're going to see if we're still on, because... We are on. We're not on. We are on. It'll be sad. No, it is. 28 hours... I don't know what time... Are we on? Are we on? Are we on? I'm going to look here. Oh, we are on. But we were not on before, I think. We are on. Were we on before? We are on.
We were.
We were? Okay. So we can go on. No, where were we? Where were we? I'm checking from the... But we were not on before, I think. Why am I yelling like that? We were on before. So we can go on. This is a comedy show for us, not for... Oh, my God. That's offensive. That's offensive. I'm checking from the... Shut up, Cem. Shut up, Cem. Why am I yelling like that? Okay, now... I said I was claiming as a pro-Trumpeteer that Donald Trump did a big favor to the world and to...
By just being in existence as president?
Yes.
I can't see how. There's not many that have benefited from this arrangement. Financially, he's caused major problems for many countries with tariffs and silly things like that. So I would ask...
You disagree.
The favor.
The biggest favor that he did, maybe it's the only one, but the biggest favor he did, which is unforgettable, is like he saved us from putting up with Hillary Clinton for 4 years.
Ah, yes. This is a somewhat valid point, and one that Americans ultimately agreed with at the time.
I mean, Trump is not boring, is he?
He is not, but...
You can give him that much. He's not a boring president.
No, but on the opposite end, he is exhausting.
True, but exhausting is better than boring, because Hillary would have been like a sleeper. I mean, what would Hillary do had she been in office for this long?
Probably nothing offensive and nothing too crazy, which personally, I like my entertainment maybe from a different place than from the president. I understand he is entertaining, but...
entertaining to the world.
Yes. But...
I mean, they make fun of him, right?
Yes. I mean...
And he laughs too.
Yeah, he's not laughing at the same thing.
But he has a strange sense of humor that only he understands.
Yes. It's a very morbid and dark sense of humor, yes.
Plus, he when he hates someone, he hates someone.
Yes, he won't drop it. He is a vendetta holder.
Yes, and then he will make everyone know, and he uses Twitter like crazy.
Right.
For his own purpose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. He's just punching down to anybody that comes after him, whether they're a nobody who doesn't deserve or known on the world stage, or somebody that is known. It doesn't matter.
So that makes him a good leader, because he crucifies everyone and anyone that gets into his way equally, right?
Yes, exactly. I wouldn't say it's a good leader, but that is what he does. So, I mean, if you like it, I suppose. But I think it is quite not productive.
Next election, 2020, who's going to be the president? Do you think Donald Trump will get a second term or not?
No, he will not.
According to me and to my gut feeling, no one can beat the Donald.
This is a popular position in America. Many people who even hate Donald Trump believe that this is the reality, that it can't be avoided.
Well, you have to have a very strong contender against him, right? Running against him.
There's currently in a joke going in America, if you go onto Twitter, where they poll everybody. There's 22 Democratic candidates right now, and every single one in the battleground states is polling above Donald Trump. So now there's a joke where they will go like syphilis, 45%, Donald Trump, 41%. It's literally anything you put to the voters, they are going above Donald Trump. So it doesn't matter.
What if, for sure, I mean, for a joke, he started probably, but Dwayne Johnson, like The Rock, became a contender, a serious contender?
Sadly, I think that he would probably immediately poll better than some of majority of the candidates.
Because they know him.
Yeah.
He's famous.
It's name recognition.
Do you believe that Donald Trump becoming a president was helped by his TV appearances? And
Helped. It was 100% in the consequence of this.
him being famous on TV.
The Apprentice, specifically The Apprentice, because The Apprentice presented him as this suave, savvy businessman that he's not, and
He acts like, which is good for a president. He acts like more than he is. He shows, like the way he says, "You're fired," on that show. It looks like he can make up his own mind, make his own decisions, and be very authoritative or whatever. But he's not, is he?
no. And the Apprentice producers knew this. They knew that they saw all the footage, which showed the man we see as president, the kind of scatterbrained and undecisive and kind of manipulative and talking crap to everyone. And they edited it down to make it look presented as the successful businessman and kind of brushed him up. And that was presented to all of America. And so the middle of America perceived Donald Trump as a successful businessman.
That makes him a good actor, though, right?
Yes, but it doesn't make him a good president.
Well, why? Ronald Reagan was not even a good actor, and he became a president.
Right. And a lot of people would some people.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back.
Arnold is the best of the celebrity, too.
Why? Because he stayed in California?
Because he is he's an actual politician.
I married Maria Shriver. Yeah. She's a Democrat. I screw Democrats. I even made babies out of them.
Housekeeper, huh? Baby with housekeeper.
I did that too, yes. I'll be back to do it again. So, can we decide if he's a good or bad? I'm going to go with this. I don't know if you will agree. Remzi Rooster, my co-host for this Cem Ceminay live show, live from Istanbul, on a Wednesday, midweek, hump day of the week, the 3rd of July, which is 4th of July tomorrow, right? I'm going to say Donald Trump is good and bad, like a dual personality within his Gemini, character. He's a good president and a bad president. What do you say?
I will maintain my position of only bad president.
You're an anti-Trumpeteer.
Yes, anti-Trumpeteer.
But to think about the fun that he's giving us, and also the commotion and the excitement and the unpredictment, which you don't know what he's going to do, right?
Right, but I prefer that we begin the process that is coming, where the removal will be interesting, because he will likely be removed, I think, before.
Forcefully, you mean? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
By Congress or whatever.
Yes, by Congress.
Do you think that he is able to push that red button and nuke out Iran, for example?
I don't think he would. He doesn't have. He's not. He's a coward. The man is a coward.
Maybe he thinks about opening like a golf place there, a resort there, or a Trump shopping center. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to do it. Did you think he's a businessman?
Yeah, he is, and that's what's going on in Korea. If you look, he has already told Kim Jong-un that he has beautiful beach sides for properties, and they could be a very wealthy country if they just get rid of the nukes.
He has the vision. He has the vision, but you call him coward. I call him, how do you say, prosperous or creative, because he can think about things. He, as a typical Gemini, I know because I'm a Gemini, he can imagine things more so than being real.
Yes, but dreamers are better for the arts and.
Why, Elon Musk?
Yeah, Elon Musk is he's an engineer.
Well, Trump is an engineer of politics and the whole world, and I believe in Trump, and I think he will win in 2020, and maybe if he lives that long, he might even seek a third term, which you will say it's not allowed, but with Trump, anything goes.
I will concede that. I have no doubt no doubt that he would seek to extend his stay, and it would not surprise me at all if he tried to